Individual, the Uber driver in the previous joke, Eric Guile.
What's up, party people?
Ow!
Woo! That's right. Oh my gosh. I love coming to this venue. Get your hands together for Gemini Brewery. Woo! Something about getting drunk at a school reminds me of when I was a substitute teacher. During the day, I'd go to school. When I was a sub, I was also a weed dealer at the same time.
Students.
Well, I'd go to school and I'd teach the kids their ABCs and give them help.
I thought you looked familiar.
Yes. At night, I'd go home and help their parents with their THCs. And sometimes the metric system, if you know what I mean. Okay, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I came in today from DeBeck, Colorado to do some comedy for you guys. Yes, if you don't know where DeBeck is, you just get on Highway 70 and you go until you're in a totally different tax bracket. And that's where my house is. DeBeck's the kind of town that for the holidays, people would just rearrange the garbage in their front yard into some festive shape, you know? It's very charming. Since I moved there, I've lived there for 3 years, I've gained a broken down car and lost a tooth. And that's just to appease the HOA, really. Before we go too much further, you guys, I want to apologize real quick if I'm not 100% tonight. I had an incident in my life last week, and it caused me to order some pepper spray. And it came in the mail today, and I was just testing it out, you know. And I'll tell you what, masturbating with lotion is way better. A little public service announcement for you. And besides the pepper spray burn, I am a happy, healthy person. I have a ton of friends, a wonderful romantic relationship, and I'm a successful comic. These are my daily affirmations. And if I learned anything on my spiritual path, it's this. The more I say these things out loud, the more delusional I seem. Holidays are coming. You guys ready for the holidays?
Yeah.
Yes. Happy holidays. That's what I call these next jokes. 2 years ago for Christmas, I got amazing gifts. But there was a couple things on the list that were missing. So, I went online a couple months later and I ordered full-size Ghostbuster door magnets for the side of my truck and a Ghostbusters jumpsuit. Because I'm cool. And the same week that stuff came in the mail was the same week that my wife of 6 years left me. I did not know that she hated the Ghostbusters so much. We can laugh about this stuff. It's been 18 months and 17 days, you guys. I never even think about it. Do you know what orgasms and holidays have in common?
Yes.
That was a rhetorical question. Because I'm going to tell you what they have in common. They were better with my ex, and I cry when I do them alone. It's bad. A few months ago, I was doing a little crowd work, and I was talking to a woman in the front row, and her man started to get kind of jealous. You know, he started to get kind of agitated, and guys, that got me thinking. I am absolutely no threat to you or your relationship. I mean, I am disabled. I have no money. I could not provide for or protect your woman. If this was caveman days, I'd be food. But there are 4 words that have gotten me to some places that I probably should have never been. He made me laugh. So guys, am I a threat to you? Absolutely not. But at the same time, and I have this limp, and people often ask me, Eric, what is going on there? It's a condition called drop foot. I didn't always have it. I might not always have it. It's very mysterious. And I did some research. It turns out 98% of guys that have drop foot are also single. Only 2% of us have started dating handicapped chicks. But when I finally decide to go that route, she better be ready. Because I'm going to make fun of her crippled ass all the time. And yeah, I said cripple. I said cripple. It's like our N word. You know, y'all can't say it. It's disabled to you. All right? And you are able. And that's the same thing as calling you a honky. Able. When I saw you guys coming in, I saw my people. I saw like the 40 to 55-year-olds. Those are my people. And there's no need to applaud or raise your hand or anything. I can see your knee and hip pain from here. But we're getting older, you know, our bodies are changing, right? Our perception's changing. We have to eat things we didn't have to eat before. Viagra. By a show of hands, how many guys in here use Viagra? Oh, come on, I know there's more of you, just can't get it up. It's a $2.5 million industry. I'm pretty sure me and that guy aren't keeping the lights on over there. Okay? So you guys, come on, tell the truth. But we're getting older. Here's some different ways to tell that I'm getting older. The only video game I still play, Credit Karma. 720, level up, you know. Did you guys know this? DTF does not stand for down to fish. I got a buddy that still won't text me back. And the older I get, you know, the more I realize there's only two kinds of people in this world. There's people that eat cereal in the bathtub, and people that don't smoke weed. I eat cereal in the bathtub for my mental health. But smoking weed has changed so much since I started. Like the other day, I couldn't get stoned because I had the wrong charger. I couldn't charge my weed. And I was like, technology fucking sucks. And edibles are crazy. You know, some people, they eat 5 milligrams and they go to the moon. You know, other people eat 500 milligrams and they go to work. We walk amongst you, all right? True, it's true. We got a lot of stoners in here. Is this 420 friendly? Oh, this isn't a classroom. This is detention. I fucking recognize this place.
I do.
Yes. We know you. We know you. You went to school here.
I did.
Yeah, when it was for the bad kids.
Yeah.
So were you pregnant or were you just a criminal?
I was a criminal.
And
expelled.
Jury's out.
Jury expelled.
Oh my God. All right, maybe you guys can relate to this since we got a bunch of stoners in here. The other day, I got so stoned that I brushed my teeth with lotion. Oh, they were in similar containers. So it was an honest mistake, you know. But then I was just stuck there, baked out of my mind, contemplating the fact that now I know what my elbow tastes like.
Did it help your cotton mouth?
Thank you. This will, root beer. You know the old adage. Yes. But you know, for that joke, I could have said a lot of different body parts. You know, I realized that. I wanted to keep the joke clean. Dick. I could have said, now I know what my dick tastes like. My elbow. For instance. I always like that joke more than everybody else. They're funnier when they're true. All right, guys. See if anybody's with me on this one. I believe that murder podcasts are ruining dating. You basically have to kill a woman to have sex with her these days. No, seriously, I dated this woman that was so into that shit. She was so into it. She'd say things like, how would you do it? How would you kill me? And I never answered. That would be ludicrous. I just acted super sketchy around her all the time, you know? Like she'd call up and be like, what are you doing? Got nothing, just digging a hole. I gotta get to the store for rubber gloves and a hacksaw. You still coming over? And she would show up. We had a great time, lots of laughs, great sex. It was a little choky, but it was good. One night we were in the throes of passion. Me and this girl, she's a little goth gal, and she said the sexiest thing to me that any woman has ever said to me in bed.
Who's your Uber driver, baby? She said,
if you get me pregnant, I'm gonna have an abortion. And I was like, Eric, don't get your heart involved. Don't fall in love again. So I did. I took the condom off, and I finished inside of her. Yes, I figured if she's willing to kill a baby, she can give her to chlamydia, no problem. Oh, goodness. I felt bad though, and I had to break up with her. I could not continue to date this girl. I could not give her what she wanted, you know? Homicide. I blame myself though. I mean, my look can be a little deceiving to a woman who has a murder fetish, you know? Like the first time she saw me, she was probably like, oh yeah, that's him. That's the one. He'll take me for a one-way walk in the woods. Problem is, I do not hike, okay? You guys can tell that I practice a lot, by the way. I keep looking at this list, right? Before I started doing this, I had a 15-year career in corporate marijuana, which sounds like an oxymoron because it is one. And when that job ended, I put together a resume that highlighted all the skills that one would obtain after 15 years of growing marijuana. And I hit the job market. And I got the one job I'm qualified for. I'm an Uber driver. I really do it just to give my mom something to brag about, you know? There's things you learn when you drive for Uber. For instance, you learn that generally people are kind. You learn that service industries are the best tips. Service industry workers are the best tippers. Yes, shout out to your bartender tonight, Cess, wherever she is. Yeah, that's hands applause. There she is! Yes. And I've learned that strippers leave a residue that only the popular product from the 90s, Simple Green, can remove. It's true. Facts. I've also learned that some of y'all, you don't want to talk. You need to. And some of y'all don't want to shut up, but you need to. The other day, this disgusting woman left her vape in the backseat of my Uber. And I was like, this is gross. You know, if this woman has herpes, well then so do I. Cosmic melon tastes like stinging. But most of my interactions driving for Uber have been pleasant. What am I doing? Yeah, except for one night. I've been driving college kids all over Grand Junction, from bar to bar, and I finally get everybody back home safe again. And this woman climbs in the back seat of my car about 5:30 in the morning, and she says, "It smells like weed in here." And I had a long night, you guys. I said, "Ma'am, you're good. Most people can't smell the weed over the sex and the urine." Needless to say, the rest of the ride in her opening shift at Wendy's was completely silent, you know. She got out of the car, I said, "Have a nice day." She slammed the door and she walked off. 5 stars and a $3 tip. I did not know that was the equation for that. But you'll meet all kinds of different walks of life when you're an Uber driver. For instance, did you guys know this? There is a whole group of beautiful, successful, independent power women, and they prefer to hook up with blue-collar guys. Yeah, so fellas, fucking stay broke. BBS, bitches be slumming, you know. Broke power, am I right, guys? Yes! Yes! And ladies, you know what they say. Once you go broke, you're gonna have to pay for dinner. So. And I tried it, did not like it. It made me feel insecure, inadequate, you know. I even lied to her about my accomplishments. I told her I took a shower every day. But in the end, we were just from two different worlds. You know, she'd never been with a guy as rough as me, and I'd never been with a woman who has a relationship with her father. So, that costs.
I gotta clap for that one.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Keep it going. Keep it going for Eric. Public service announcement. Uber is not a dating app. But women treat that shit like Bumble. Alright, there is no more deadly predator than a 45-year-old divorced woman 3 margaritas deep in the backseat of my car. I call them Uber cougars. And it's not just women. Yeah, it's guys too. Woo! The other day I was driving along. I picked this guy up and we're driving along and we're chit-chatting. And there was a break in the conversation. And he just got silent for a moment. And he says to me, "You ever hook up with dudes?" Now the wild side of me was like, "Do it!" But the more sensible, reserved side of me was like, I should probably be more well-rested before my first man-on-man sexual experience. You know, I was flattered and offended at the same time. You know, on one hand, he wants to do me. And I get that. But on the other hand, bro, put in some work. Like, it was early enough in the morning. Yeah, it was early enough in the morning. He could have taken me out to breakfast. Feed me. Feed me, then fuck me. And I realize these jokes are starting to sound like instructions, but they're not. So settle down. I dropped him off and drove away. I did double back and fuck him, but for the record, I also dropped him off and drove away.
Did he taste like your elbow?
Yeah. Just like. No, I'm just kidding. You guys, I'm kidding. These are jokes. I never dropped him off. 5 stars and a $3 tip. I recently told that same joke at the local gay bar, and I did not know that was gonna like make me the prettiest girl at the ball. And I don't mean like at the ball. I mean I need to apologize to women. It's like my last month or so after telling that joke was like, nope, no thank you, no thank you. I have a headache. You know? So sorry, ladies. I thought you liked that. You know? I was wrong. Shit's horrible. But I support the queer community. You gotta be careful how you say it. You can't say, I support the queer community. You have to say, I support the queer community. And I do. The problem with me is my gaydar is broken. It's not in the way that I can't tell if they're gay. It's in a way if I can't tell if I'm gay. And I used to think I put off like a real bisexual vibe, but then I realized for that to be true, women would also have to hit on me.
$3 tip and a 5-star review.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. But I'm a strange sort of woke. Like, my level of wokeness is a little bit askew. Like, I'm the kind of guy that's like, damn those transgender athletes. But on the other hand, I'm like, damn those transgender athletes. Are there any in here tonight, any transgender athletes? Good, that shit turns me on. Oh my God, you guys have been awesome. This might be my Viagra talking, but I hope to have every single last one of you in the backseat of my Uber someday. Have a great night. I appreciate y'all.